for a trial involving the rescue of a sick goat. I wanted to show my support, similar to what all these great activists from Wisconsin are doing. And I know this is very personal to you, so I feel that, and I appreciate you being here. I was really impressed by Direct Action Everywhere and how Wayne handled himself during that trial. You all know Wayne. You all know that he is a very articulate, passionate defender of animals. Wayne was found guilty in that trial and was very stoic in the face of it. But what not everyone saw, unless they were there, was when Wayne addressed a small group of us, he broke down for the slightest moment in tears at the thought that he would be separated from his best friend, Oliver. That's something I've now witnessed more times than I can count. Oliver is a dog rescued from the Yulin Dog Meat Festival in China. And he's waiting for Wayne to get home. He's waiting for his dad. But there are still dogs that we need to help first. So I saw that day in North Carolina the real Wayne, the flesh and blood Wayne. And while Wayne lost that trial, he and Direct Action Everywhere gained me as a friend for life. Because anyone who cares for animals like that, that's my family. It was actually a call from Wayne that led me to this point, and it was actually a butt dial. I joke about the butt dial that changed my life. Wayne called on me to see if I'd want to get more involved, and I began to work more closely, specifically with the DXC press team, since my background was in the press world with NPR, and got to know this incredible team of activists. People like Cassie King and Elmira Tanner, who can't be here because Wayne is here because of a ridiculous order during the Sonoma trial. What I saw in all of those folks and everyone here is that you all never stop working for the animals. You never stop. During the Sonoma trial just 6 months ago, I got another fateful call from Wayne asking me to serve as his paralegal during this trial. That was a call that made no sense because I had no legal background whatsoever. But I answered that call and I was very proud to be placed in such a role. But my main job as Wayne's paralegal was to present the evidence of animal cruelty. And because the judge and the prosecutor in that trial, who so clearly evidenced favoritism towards the animal agriculture industry, because they knew that when people see what's happening to animals, they ultimately side with their rescuers and not their abusers. Because of that, so much of the evidence we were prepared was disallowed, and often just minutes before we were set to present it. And so Wayne was thrown in prison for 38 days for organizing peaceful protests and rescuing chickens and ducks, while those hurting the animals remained free. But at least we could sleep at night knowing that what we were doing was right. Which brings us here today in Wisconsin. I was ready to serve as Wayne's paralegal for round 2, and we were ready. But maybe because of folks like you standing here, Ridglan got cold feet and dropped charges. You would think that no longer facing the possibility of 16 years in prison would be something to celebrate. But the mood that day was somber. The animals were not getting their day in court. But while they tried to silence activists by dropping the charges, we are not going to let that happen. We are here to ensure that doesn't happen, that no one will turn their backs on those dogs suffering at this moment in barren cages at Ridglan Farms. Guys, I know it's very cold today. I feel cold, I know you do too. But after this is done with, we can go back to our warm homes. For those dogs, there is no respite to their suffering. There's no break, there's no warm bed, no hot coffee to sip on. They need us to be their voice, and I'm honored. I'm so proud of Wayne, Paul, and Eva. I'm proud to be here with all of you, but I'm angry. I'm angry because the people in this building behind us sit in an unbelievably privileged position to do something to stop this horrific abuse, but they do nothing. Everyone gets a call to show up. Sometimes it's a butt dial. Sometimes it's a court case. Well, Dane County government has received their call. And I know for a fact that they've received hundreds in the last few days from people like us and people like you. The call of history is passing them by, and shame on them. So now we ask that they appoint a special prosecutor to finally do something about those dogs suffering in cages as we speak. Do the right thing, Dane County. Do your job. Animals are suffering on your watch, and history is watching you very closely. Be mindful of the passage they write about you in the history books, because right now it's not looking good. You can change that today. Folks, I know you will never turn your backs on those dogs. We have to make sure the public knows what is happening at Ridglan Farms and make sure the Dane County government can no longer turn their backs. Thank you.